Hello and welcome to With Heart and Soul podcast. You're listening to your hosts, David and Jacky. Hi, David.
Hello.
Oh my God, it's been a hot minute since it's been just us two, and I've really missed that so much.
I know it has. It has been it's been a while, but we had great guests. We had some really great guests, and it goes to show how great our podcast is because people are like, yeah, I want to be a part of this podcast. So, happy
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. We hope that you guys have been enjoying the guests that we've had on. We did have guests two weeks in a row just because that's what worked out with their schedules. But I don't know about you guys, but I definitely missed it just being us two. So I'm excited to talk to you guys today and talk to David. Just us two.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy about that. And we got good flow, good energy, and it's gonna make this podcast very interesting this episode. So we got a couple topics as well. So we're gonna talk about a good bit of stuff. So I'm excited about it.
Yes. I have my With Heart and Soul merch on, so I'm going to try to show you guys for those of you who are watching us on YouTube right now. So I have my hoodie on. Here's our logo. David put in an order as well, so he got 3 shirts, and they're on their way to him right now. And we can't wait till he gets them. I can't wait till you see them. Like, I'm so excited.
I'm excited too, and we have to shout out the people that are making our merch officially. See where we land. Not only are they an amazing company, but Jacky's also an owner of the company, so it's all in house. It's all in house. But I mean, with that being said, if you want some With Heart and Soul podcast merch, contact See Where We Land. They're on Instagram as well, and then also they are Etsy. So if you and also their business is amazing. They take thrifted clothes and they repurpose them and they look amazing. I was telling Jacky before we started the podcast, like you guys must have some awesome thrift stores up there because everything that they pick out, of course, she has a good eye as well. I'll give, of course, but the things that they pick out as far as like items and stuff, they're amazing. They're definitely amazing.
Yes. We got a turquoise t-shirt for you, which I was so excited about because you constantly talk about how that's your favorite color. And as
Yes.
soon as we saw it, I'm like, that needs to be a size large, please. Like that is his favorite color. And we put the design in pink on it because you're
Oh,
eccentric. So that's gonna be your colorful piece. So
I
I'm
like that.
but I was just telling David that I've never seen this man wear anything other than a button up. So I will be shocked to see him wear anything outside of a button up.
Yeah, and I told her that she's right. So, and it's because most of the times we record these on Sundays, but sometimes we record on different days depending on our schedules and stuff. But on Sundays I go to church, so I'm just like after I do my martial arts, take a shower, and it's kind of weird. But yes, I put the same clothes on. I didn't sweat in them, just so you know. But it's like I don't have. I'm like, why do I need to pick a brand new outfit on? Let me just put on what I had on earlier today. So but as soon as I get the merch, I promise you with Heart and Soul fam and Jacky that you definitely will see me with t-shirts on more often. So
Well, I'm excited to see that. I was actually wondering, like, what do you do about martial arts because you said that you wear what you wore to church, but I know you do martial arts on Sundays.
mhm.
But I wanted to save that for today's episode, but that kind of leads into our topic. However, before we get into that, I just want to say happy first day of spring, guys. Um,
Yes.
the change of the holidays, really, the holidays, what am I saying? The change of the seasons just really restarts my heart. Like every single one. I love all the seasons and I'm excited to start going into spring and like seeing all the flowers come out. And that's a great photo opportunity as well. So yeah, get Instagram ready, guys.
Yeah, I love spring as well. The only reason why I don't love spring is because I have allergies.
Mhm.
But I had a doctor's office appointment back in January, and he said something really funny. He was like, I was like, yeah, the only thing is that I have bad allergies in spring. He's like, well, we have masks, so just keep continue to wear your mask when you go outside during the springtime,
Yeah.
because then all the pollen won't be able to come into my nose and my face and stuff like that. But I love spring because it's beautiful. I think it's very beautiful, like, especially when all the flowers start opening up and the trees start growing and people are outside more. I mean,
Yes.
I think it's awesome instead of us being cooped up in front of a computer. So
Yes, exactly. So much yes. That's exactly how I feel. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into today's topic. I totally did not start a timer, but I think we're 10 minutes in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So give me 1 second to do that.
And it's so
But
funny that we haven't had timers on you these past couple episodes, but we've ended around around the time that we usually end. So
yeah, it kind of dies down and your voice box starts to hurt, and
yeah.
like for me also, like just my social energy starts to dissipate a little bit after an hour. I'm just like, I got nothing else for you guys, all right? But yeah, so today we want to talk all about working out, because me and David both have a workout regimen, and maybe you don't have one, and that's okay. But we kind of wanted to go into like the link between working out and your mental health, and everything about that. So that's what we're talking about today. So yeah, we'll have you go ahead and start, David. Like, what does your workout routine look like?
Yeah. So this year I've backstories that I was funny. I was thinking about this morning when I was driving to church, that what would I talk about as far as exercise and mental health? Because I could talk about it all day if you really wanted me to, because of the fact that I grew up in Bronx, New York, as you guys know, our listeners know, and I was a fat kid. I was definitely a fat kid. And if you, for all our Northeastern people and people around the world, you got people that will capitalize on your shortcomings. So I got made fun of because I was a fat kid. And I was in New York. I went to Catholic school, and they were ready. They got the jokes ready. So, of course, that fueled me to be more, not athletic, well, kind of athletic, but more health conscious, especially like going into high school. So so if you see my high school pictures, you see me as skinny. I was very skinny in high school, and of course, my weight fluctuates and stuff like that. Shout out to Rice. Rice definitely helps fluctuate my weight quite a bit. But this year, I told myself I wanted to do something different. And also, I also do like fast and stuff like that. But for me, for exercise, this year I did something different. I started, and I did it before last year, a couple years ago. I did do the keto diet, but starting January 3rd, I'm full keto. Keto, basically, to put it very simply, is that you eat more fats, more healthy fats than you eat carbs and protein. So it's the three macronutrients. And the carbs, they say you should have no more than 50 grams of carbs a day. I try to keep it at like around 20, 30 grams of carbs a day. So that's basically what keto is. And then I haven't lifted weights this whole year. I used to go lift weights and stuff like that, but I've been doing yoga. So since January 3rd up to today, I've literally been doing yoga um every single day. Every single day I've been doing yoga. And I love it. I mean, it's only like 20 minutes of yoga. We talked about this before as far as yoga, um, uh yoga with Adrian. That's I've been watching all her videos. So that's what I've been doing, 20 minutes of yoga. And then as Jacky alluded to earlier, I started doing martial arts at the end of January into the beginning of February. So I've been doing that every Sunday from like 2 to 4. So it's a 2 hour class. So from 2 to 3, we do self-defense. And then 3 to 4, we do Tai Chi, which is like the slow progression type of martial arts, but it's like a lot of breathing, a lot of feeling the energy within you and using the energy to heal your body. So I think that's pretty cool as well. So that's me. As soon as I wake up, I do my morning devotion, I do my yoga, then I start my day. So that's pretty much what I do. And Jacky, I know you're a workout warrior as I am. What exercises do you do?
Wait, I wasn't done with you. I have some questions.
Oh, yeah.
So you said you stopped lifting weights. Why is that?
I just wanted to try something different. I wanted to try something different. Of course, for the people who don't know yoga, it's funny because my wife, she thinks I don't do it. Like she's like, yo, I mean, she acknowledges yoga, but she thinks that I'm not really like burning as much calories and stuff like that with yoga because she works out a lot as well. So I'm like, no, have you actually sat in a yoga class and see what you do? Like, especially downward facing dogs, the upward facing dogs, and it's funny because a lot of people don't realize that yoga is a lot of planks. You do a lot of planks. So it's all upper body. Like you are still using your upper body and working out. So I just wanted to like see just doing weighted like body weight workouts as far as using that as weight to see like what difference it will make with my body. But I mean, I'm all for using weights as well. I just wanted to see, as I'm getting older, lifting weights does put a lot of strain on your muscles. I mean, not in your muscles, but also your bones and stuff as well. And because I travel so much, I have like back pain because I'm always like this all the time. So I've been trying to do more yoga to get my flexibility back in my body. So put the weights to the side, focus more on flexibility. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so how do you feel so far about like switching your workout routine from lifting weights to now yoga? Like what has that done for you?
First, I have lost weight. So I definitely have, that's definitely a plus. Also I do feel more energetic, I would say that, more energy wise. And then also more flexibility wise, because especially like because I'm doing martial arts as well, it's a lot of arm movements and leg movements and things like that, but you got to be flexible with your body. So yoga has definitely helped me to be more in tune with the stretchiness of the body, because we think that our bodies are just supposed to be very rigid, very like robotic, but no, our bodies are very flexible. Our bodies have that tissue within us that we can do a lot of different movements, but because we don't really focus on that, it makes us immobile. It makes us stiff. And your body's not meant to be stiff. So
Okay, cool. And then we talked about, what is it again? Is it taekwondo or no?
So my martial arts that I do is a mixture of different practices. So I learned jiu-jitsu, I learned karate, I learned taekwondo. I learned tai chi, wing chun. It's a lot. So basically, it's like a combination of different practices together, but we're focusing on the building blocks of each one. So that way, we're able to maneuver through different martial art techniques in any set of situation that we come across. So.
Okay, cool. So how are you liking martial arts? Are you going to keep that as part of your routine?
Yeah, no, I'm all in. I'm committed. I'm excited. I was actually, one of my friends called me earlier and he's like, oh, so is it like a belt system? I was like, yeah. So by the summertime, I should be able to practice to get my yellow belt and things like that. It's more of a time frame thing from my dojo, or I think most martial arts too. Like, yeah, you may know the stuff, but they still want you to have a certain time frame of you perfecting it, because as every time we go into the class, they're like, we just trying to make sure you guys perfect it. So yeah, you may know it, but it's about perfecting what you know. So
Gotcha. Okay, I think that's all the questions I have for now. So I guess I can go into like my workout thing, which I didn't realize we were gonna go into like how it all started, but I guess I do have a story now that I think about it. But growing up, like I have three sisters. There's four of us. I have a sister that's older than me, but she's not that much older than me. Like it's like a year and some months. So we always got compared to each other growing up, and she is actually a little bit shorter than me, which says a lot because I'm already short. I'm 4'11", so she's 4'9", and like body frame wise, she was smaller. Like her frame was just smaller. So growing up, like family members would always make comments and just always say that I was the fat one and she was the skinny one. And they would always just compare the two of us because we were just close in age. And even once we started going to school, it was the same thing. Like a lot of like comparing the two of us, like which one looks better and like all this stuff. It's just so stupid. But I always had like a bad body image. I never liked wearing a bathing suit, nothing like that. But I ended up having kids. And once I had children, I knew that I didn't want to be bigger. I know that a lot of women put on weight when they have children, and that's totally normal, and that's fine. And some women want to stay that way. And again, that's fine. All respect to any choice that women make, but that's not what I wanted for myself. And I feel like that kind of led into into me finding healthy foods. Like I started to try all different things because I was researching online about like what's good to eat, like what's good for you. And me being Puerto Rican, like there wasn't a lot of vegetables in my life. It was a lot of deep fried foods and things like that. So I started to find other healthy foods and like better ways to eat. And that was great. But I was literally counting my calories on an app. Like it said that to lose weight, I had to eat 1,200 calories. That's literally like no food. When I tell you I was starving all the time, like I was starving and it made me so grouchy. But I was losing weight. And then I started to exercise too. I was walking on a treadmill and I also tried yoga and I just did different things like that. But mostly what kept me thin was like me eating 1,200 calories, which again is literally like no food at all. So I ended up getting very small and that was fine. You know, I never really wanted any food. I was also in like an abusive relationship and that kind of like diminished my appetite. So I was fine, like not exercising and not needing food. Um, so yeah, fast forward to the pandemic and I started just putting on some pounds like really quickly. And I think that happened to all of us. And that kind of like made me start thinking about, okay, I need to change something because we're stuck inside. We can't go anywhere. There's nothing I can do about those circumstances. And I think a lot of us were using food for comfort during that time. I definitely was. Like there was nothing to look forward to other than breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that's a lot of what was going on with me. And I started to just kind of think like I should start working out, but it kind of like annoyed me because working out is just like, like I don't want to do that. So eventually like the thought was planted in my mind for like a year. So for a year straight, I was thinking about it. And then I finally started to try things. And I ended up finding someone on YouTube that I like to follow. And the workout style was perfect for me. And I just created a routine for myself. So 4 days out of a week, I exercise. I wake up at like 5:15 or 5:30. I go downstairs, I feed my cats, and I make coffee. And then I make a coffee with protein powder in it because I'm hungry when I first wake up. And I think that makes it harder to exercise when you're hungry and don't have energy. While the coffee's brewing, I drink water and then I start to sip on the coffee and I get changed. And then I meditate and I stretch. And then I do like a 20-minute workout. I follow a video on YouTube and I do that 4 times a week.
That's cool. So as you were talking, as you were telling the story about your sister comparison and things like that, and I guess you spoke about it, but I don't think I answered your question all the way about the mental health aspect. But you did speak about it perfectly about how you used working out to help get yourself going like throughout the day. And I think that's very important as well because that's what I do as well. That's why I usually no, I don't think I have. I used to work out in the afternoon, but now I work out in the morning solely. But it helps me, it helps energize me. And I've honed on to working out since high school because it made me happy. You know, when you work out, it releases endorphins. And endorphins is the happy feelings you get throughout the day and stuff like that. So that's why they always tell you to work out at least 20 minutes a day for your health and things like that too. So, but yeah, I think I love working out. Like I feel weird without working out. Like because it's so routine in my life, it's like, dang, did I work out? And it's funny to say, like, I know some people don't have an exercise routine or they jump off the bandwagon when they're working out, but like, you don't have to go to a gym and lift weights or run on a treadmill, things like that. There's a lot of things you can do. I mean, the weather's getting better. You can definitely go take a walk at a park. You can literally ride a bike. And I mean, what walking itself is a way to exercise as well. I mean, it's just that you just focus on how many steps you want to take or how far you want to go to. Anything that can be exercise. And I think the beautiful thing about it is that when you exercise, you may not like it at first, for sure. You definitely may not like it, or you may not want to continue doing it, but it gives you so many beneficial things. Like it releases all the stress in your life. It helps reduce anxiety. It helps you to stay focused as well. sometimes, especially in our day-to-days when we have social media, we have this, we got that, it helps you just to focus on yourself and just mind your own business and just focus on the workout. And I think the biggest thing, especially me being a relationship coach, it helps you love yourself more. It helps you love yourself more because you exercising and stretching or whatever it may be, you're telling your body that, hey, let's exercise together. That way we can live longer because we're keeping ourselves active, So I think it's very important.
Definitely. I had read somewhere that walking is the best form of exercise, like across the board, hands down, is the best form of exercise. So if all you want to do is walk, that's still like an amazing form of exercise. It exercises so many different parts of you. And I love going on walks, like going on walks by myself while I have a podcast on, much like this one. It really helps me like absorb the word, and it helps me to learn and to grow. And that's how I learned to love podcasts literally changed my life, and that's exactly why I'm pouring my soul into one, because someone's going to hear this and it's going to help them. But if you just play a podcast and go on a nice long walk and don't stop walking till the podcast is done, like it will just do so much good for your soul and for your spirit. And I mean, as far as the mental health aspect goes, I am a victim of domestic violence or domestic abuse, and I will forever be healing from that. Like there's no end to that journey, and I will always struggle with the side effects that comes with that, and that's PTSD, anxiety, and depression. For me specifically, it could be different for other victims, but a lot of what helps me keep all of those things at bay is exercising. It helps me so much. And also when I meditate in the morning, or whatever it is you believe in, like you may be spiritual, you may be religious. As for me, I am both spiritual and religious. So I meditate and I follow that with a prayer, and that helps me a lot. And then after that, I go ahead and work out, and that really just helps my entire day. Like I would not feel right, I would not feel as good as I do without this routine.
Yeah, no, I think that's powerful, especially for people who are going through mental health situations, as you said, depression or PTSD. I think the biggest thing is exercise. That's important too, because as I said before, the endorphins you get, but also it just helps you to live at least have that little bit of time where you could just stop thinking about anything else. Because when you exercise, you're focused on the exercise. You have to focus on exercise, or you're going to hurt yourself. So when you get distracted, you're not going to get the best of your exercise. But when you actually are in your exercise, you're not worried about what happened to you in the past. You're not worried about what's going to happen to you in the future. You're not worried about that was currently going on in your life. All you're focused on is just that exercise, how many reps you're doing, or how many steps you're doing, and things like that. And it helps you to just, appreciate yourself more. Sometimes we can get lost in the world and lost in our day-to-day business. But when you actually take the time to exercise, you're literally telling yourself that I'm giving myself time to do this for myself, because you're not doing it for anybody else. Of course, there are people that have body image issues. I understand that. People who feel like they have to look like somebody else or be like somebody else because of the way they look. I get that. But if you actually take the time to exercise for yourself just because you want to be healthy, man, there's so many beautiful benefits that you can get from that. As me and Jacky have both talked about. So we're not here being exercise advocates, but I guess we are exercise advocates at the end of the day. So, what can we do?
What we are saying is that exercise can help your mental health a lot. Like for me, it has saved me. It truly has. But when it comes to body image, that's a big discussion, a big topic, a big issue nowadays. And initially, when I did start working out, I did want to lose weight. But did I lose weight? No, I gained weight. I literally went to my doctor and was like, "Excuse me, I've been working out and like all I did was gain weight. Like, is everything okay?" She literally ordered me blood work to check on my thyroid and everything. And she's like, "No, you're good. So I'm like, why the hell am I gaining weight? But the weight is not even the object here. Like, it has changed my life so much, and I don't feel like I look heavier than I did before. I just feel like the weight has distributed to different areas where I actually would like it to be. So in that way, it has helped so much, and it has improved my life. So it's not even about changing the number on the scale. It's about how you feel.
No, I completely agree. I haven't even stepped on the scale this year at all, because I knew back when I was like trying to lose weight and get a six pack and things like that, I will be so focused on what the scale says. I will be so addicted to the numbers on the scale. And a lot of people are like that too, because they want to feel like the effort that they're putting in is actually paying off. But
Mm-hmm.
as I realize, and a lot of people should know, is that it's not always the numbers on the scale that makes a difference. Are you happier? Are you able to fit in clothes that you couldn't fit in before? Are you able to are you have more strength, or you have more energy throughout the day? And as you touched on a little bit about body image, it's like, yeah, of course you go on TV, you go on social media, everybody has the perfect quote unquote body. But the thing about it is that you don't know how they got there. You don't know how they got there. Surprisingly or not, there are a lot of people that do plastic surgery. So all these people that said, "Oh yeah, I did this for 90 days, and look at my six pack," or "Oh, look at my booty, I got this booty by doing squats and stuff like that." And in reality, it didn't do that. So you just focus on what you want to focus on: being happy, being having more energy throughout the day, being stronger. I promise you, you will lose weight. I promise you the weight will come off, and I promise you you'll be able to get the body that you're looking for. It's just that the way you focus on things can distract you or help you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the focus I think should be health and just overall, like an overall feeling of well-being. If you
Mm-hmm.
focus on that, everything else will come along. And that definitely happened for me because, like I said, the goal was to lose weight, and that's not what was happening. But over time, I started to notice other changes in my body that were nowhere near a part of my goal.
Mm-hmm.
And my goal started to shift into like feeling good. I started to realize a direct correlation between me exercising and me feeling good. And so that's what I was chasing, and that's still what I chase. And so when you're focusing on just feeling good, then you're not focusing on the scale, and you're not focusing on the numbers and the physical change or anything like that. And once you start focusing on feeling better, you're going to feel really good. And then out of nowhere, you're going to look in the mirror and be like, whoa, like I didn't even realize this was happening. So I think that's the most important part, not to obsess over the scale, because I feel like the scale can affect your mental health negatively a lot, especially if you're checking it every single day. And just like you said, I don't check my weight at all. I don't check it. The doctor weighed me. That's why I know I weigh 120, and that's that. I'm like, I don't need to check it every day. Your weight fluctuates so much every single day, and I feel like people don't recognize that. The amount of food you ate that day, the water intake that you breathe too much today, literally anything. And being a female, when you're PMSing, like when you are having premenstrual symptoms, I'm not talking about when you're on your period, but premenstrual symptoms, at during that time you retain a lot of water, so you weigh more at that time. So if you do want to weigh yourself, don't weigh yourself when you're like premenstruating or on your period, because you could weigh 3 to 5 pounds more. And I feel like a lot of women don't know that. So relying on the scale is really not a reliable source.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly. And I think the biggest thing about that is also like, remember that whatever you drink has weight to it. So so unless you're waking up right there in the morning and you use the bathroom and then you weigh yourself, sure. But if you're weighing yourself at nighttime and you get upset, and I mean, you ate today, the
Yeah.
food has to digest. You drink water today, you drink tea, you drink soda, whatever it is, it has to digest in your body. So that, yeah, the weight scale is important, but it's not an end all be all. Like, it's not going to tell you the perfect weight that you have throughout the whole day, because throughout the whole day you're losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight.
Mhm.
And this is basically gonna get you crazy doing that. And I mean, I know people like that. You know, probably know people like that that focus so much on the weight. I mean, on the weight scale, and it's like, come on, you're not living. You're not enjoying what you're supposed to enjoy. You should be enjoying that workout. You shouldn't be doing that workout just for you to lose weight. I mean, you're not gonna have fun with it. Like exercise should be fun. Exercise should be thrilling and exciting and things like that. But I mean, that's why people like hate working out more, because of the fact that, oh, they're just gonna work out just to lose weight. Work out so you could be healthy. Work out to get your blood flowing. Work out so you can get those endorphins. Be addicted to the endorphins you get from working out. That's what you should be addicted to, because that's a natural high. So yeah, as we just talked about, it's all about your perspective and what you see as important.
Yeah. It took a long time for me to find the workout style that I like too, because I hate doing anything that's hard. Like I ain't lifting weights. I'm not doing anything like anything strenuous. I don't want to, and I don't feel like it. And it would make me dread working out. So you got to find whatever makes you happy and whatever makes you feel good. And don't stop trying until you find that method of exercising that works best for you. And I think that's what's most important here as well. Just make sure that you're happy, like David said. Make sure that you're happy while you're exercising, and it's not a punishment. It's a gift. I get to work out. My body is able to move like this. But yeah, the point is, this isn't about physical appearance. It's about just feeling joy. It's about feeling good about yourself, and that's what we want for you guys.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, studies show, whatever you can Google, take the time after this podcast and Google it, that literally, if you exercise, you live longer. And that's it's a fact. It's a fact, because you're mobilizing your body, and it's gonna keep replacing with the old cells with new cells. So every time you work out, you get stronger. Every time you do some type of activity that gets your body moving, you're living longer. So live longer by exercising. So.
Yeah. I feel like we could go on this topic for like ages, and we really, really could, because there's just so much to it. But we have another fun segment for you guys today. So we wanted to like ask each other questions, just so like you guys could get to know us better, and also so we can get to know each other better. So we just have a few questions for each other, and we're gonna go back and forth and just answer them. And hopefully this stimulates like some questions and some thoughts within you guys as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna ask David a question. He's gonna answer it, and then he's gonna ask me a question.
Yes.
Don't ask me anything hard, okay?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, so I want to ask you, what's the one thing you would like to change about yourself?
Oh, one thing I would like to change about myself. I wish my hair would grow longer. I'll say that. Like, I'm at the stage where I have hair on my head, as you guys see. It's starting to grow very slowly. I think a lot of men, as we get to a certain age, our hair either starts falling out, or our hair grows slowly, or you're blessed where you have long, luxurious hair. There's a lot of people like that too. So if I can change something about myself, my hair will grow longer, but I'm working on that. So you guys look out for that soon. So I guess my turn for you. If you can eat one thing every day for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Oh my God, that's so easy. Tacos.
Tacos.
Like, they're so versatile. You can put anything in them, and they're just so good. They're so satisfying. Yeah, tacos, hands down.
Okay, good to know.
All right. This is so hard because like I didn't really say this, but we can't really ask each other more questions about our answer. It's just the answer, and you have to move on. So, all right. Next question. What dumb thing did you believe for a really long time?
That is a good question. What dumb thing did I believe?
I'm making you think today.
Yeah.
There's got to be something, like something that society made you believe about yourself, or maybe your parents, or like just an internal belief that was silly for you to ever believe.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
The belief that men cannot love themselves. A little deep one.
I love that so much. I just got goosebumps. What the heck? All right.
My question for you, since you gave me a deep question, I gotta give you a deep question
No.
too. If you could choose any place to live for the summer, not the whole rest of your life, but for the summer, where would you want to live?
All right, since you're saying just the summer, I'm gonna go with Paris. That's like my dream place, and I could be there for a short period of time and know that I could come back to the US and I wouldn't be ready to make a commitment to Paris. So yes, Paris.
Okay.
That was an easy question. All right.
Harder.
Let's see. Is there anything you've wanted to do for a while but need help with?
Ooh, that's a crazy question because I've literally done everything I said I wanted to do. Oh, I told myself by the age of 30 I wanted to be a chef. So with that being said, I know I do a lot. Jacky keeps telling me I do a lot, but if I had some time, I would like to go to, like, not necessarily devote my whole time to culinary school. Let me start taking like culinary classes. I think that would be cool. Maybe like one class a month or something like that. I mean, that'd be really cool. Question for you. What is one talent that you have that no one knows about?
Dang, what the heck? So what's funny is I don't feel like I have any talents, and I always felt like my older sister, the one who I said I always got compared to, has all the talents, and she truly does. She's very talented. I've come to learn that my talent is empathy, maybe, and kindness. But everybody knows that. So something that nobody knows. Geez, what the heck? I guess doing hair. I know how to do hair, and I know how to do eyebrows. Like when I was younger, people would come to my house to get their hair and eyebrows done for the first day of school. Like I'm talking, I was like 14 years old, and like all the girls from the block would come over and I would do their hair and eyebrows for school.
Oh, I did not know that. That's cool. Okay.
Oh, it's my turn. All right.
You're like looking
okay,
at
what's
me.
next?
You're like, I want some more questions. Come on, keep asking me.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I really wanted to ask you this one. What brings you the most joy in life?
Oh boy. Say the right answer. Say the right answer. Say the right answer.
Your wife is listening.
I know, right? What gives me the most joy? Having great conversations with people. I'll say that. And listening to people and hearing their stories, all that stuff boiled into one. Having conversation, not to say that I want to have a conversation all the time. It's just that when I have those good, great goosebump conversations, I really enjoy those.
That's nice.
So question for you.
Yes.
What is your favorite kind of ice cream?
My favorite kind of ice cream. I like ice cream with stuff in it. Like it has to have like chunks and like crunchy stuff, and it has to be like chocolatey or caramel or peanut butter vibes, like that type of thing. But I'm definitely bored if there's nothing like mixed into it. So yes, just anything that's like a base, like a vanilla base, and like something crunchy, chocolatey, peanut buttery, like that's my vibe.
Okay.
I want to ask you back, but that's against the rules. So text me about it later.
Okay.
All right, let's see. What skill did you master when you were younger that you've forgotten since?
Wow. What skill did I master? Oh, actually, funny enough, I don't think I ever told you this story. I used to do fencing class. I used to back in my freshman year of college, we used to have a class called fencing on Saturday mornings. I remember that because I had to wake up Saturday morning to take it. But I was doing fencing for like 6 good months until they canceled the class because the teacher had to move. But I don't think I remember how to fence. But we literally had the mask, the covers, we had the fencing swords, we were doing all these different moves and stuff like that. So, but yeah. So
That's cool. Okay, you gotta ask me a question now,
I know
right?
you look. I sound like you about to ask me a question. Okay. Question for you. Let's see. I guess I could ask you a hard question because you said my other questions were a little bit too easy.
I just know myself, so
If you can only, I'm making a fashion question. Yeah. Okay. If you can only wear one color for the rest of your life, no matter your jeans, your shirts, your blouses, your skirts, it has to be one color. What would you wear?
that is still easy. I would go with like a neutral tone, like beige.
Big. Oh, that's boring.
No, it's not. I mean, for you, yeah, because you like love colors, but I feel like beige looks good like in a monochromatic type of outfit, and like it just goes with everything. And that's like my favorite color for clothing, beige,
Okay.
nudes. All right, so my turn. Sorry to disappoint you because you just want to be colorful, so whatever. When was the last time you really panicked?
Me panic? Man. Oh, I guess on the plane. I mean, I'm used to it now, but sometimes when the turbulence kind of gets kind of rough, yeah. Um, I didn't. I traveled this week, as you guys probably know, but I was coming back from New Jersey, and there was a little bit of turbulence, so I panicked a little bit, but it was like for like a couple seconds. Then I readjusted and was like, "Relax, it's not that serious." But I landed, and I'm here, as you guys see. So I survived it. So that was the most recent time I panicked.
Interesting. It's your turn to ask a
Oh
question now.
yeah, I did the same thing you did.
Yeah.
um, hmm. What is one fear that you want to overcome this year?
I don't want to overcome my fears. I'm friends with them and we are together forever. But a fear that I actually constantly want to overcome is social anxiety and just like the feeling that people are judging me. And most importantly, like thinking that I'm ugly or weird looking, which I know is like ironic to say, but I just feel like that's what people do when they look at me, like they're judging me or they're judging my personality or my character. Like I just feel very judged when I talk to people, and I hate when I'm called out on in a room. I hate at work when there's meetings and they're like, Jacky, can you say something? Like I will literally die inside. Like I'm very nervous around other people.
Hmm.
And I'm always working on that.
Good to know.
You didn't know that, huh?
No, I did not.
I'm very like, I wouldn't say shy, but like I'm socially anxious. Okay, let's see. Blah 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 blah. When and where did you go on your first date ever?
First date ever. Ooh. I mean, I guess the movies. I'll say the movies. I mean, that's a if we're talking about ever, yeah, it's had to be something cheap because I had no money. So probably the movie.
But like when?
When? When was my first date?
Yes. When?
I don't know. I was an ugly kid.
Shut up.
Let me see. Oh, probably like high school. Probably 12th grade. I'll probably say 12th grade.
Okay. All right, I'll leave it at that. I want to ask more questions, but I'm not allowed.
What is one place in the world what is one place you visited that you would never go back to? Because you had a bad experience.
I don't think I've had a bad experience traveling. Like I would say I lived in Tampa, Florida for a year, and I feel like no need to go back to Tampa, Florida. So not interested, won't do it. Don't need to.
Okay.
So let's see, what do I want to ask you? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
So I'm turned 31 this year, 41. Retired from 9 to 5 and just doing things I love and traveling. I actually want to retire in 10 years. I think that's realistic if I start investing more and stuff, which I plan to after I get this house stuff situated. But yeah, in 10 years, I think 10 years I'll be not doing a 9 to 5, probably coaching and doing a podcast. Hopefully we will have the podcast going for 10 years. But just doing more freelance things and more leisurely things. Yeah, that's mine.
Yes, so much same. All right, you gotta ask me a question.
That was a good question. That was a really good question. If you can choose any car to drive and have for your possession, what car would you choose?
Oh man, I don't really care about cars. Maybe like one of those cars where it has like all the advanced safety features, like as far as like the car like jolting you one way if you're like about to cause an accident, or the car stopping if you're about to cause an accident, or like a car that has like autopilot and things like that, which could be so many different cars I know now. But I really would like a car with like all those features because I'm terrified when I drive because of my car accidents. And so, yeah, I would love a car that has those features.
Okay, that's definitely doable.
Yeah. So that concludes our questionnaire segment of this episode. I hope you guys liked it. I thought that was really fun. Did you like it?
Yeah, I definitely liked it. I definitely learned some new things about you. So
yeah, same. I loved it. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned something about working out, or hopefully you learned something about us on a deeper level. If you have any questions for us, or if this stimulated any other topics, you can always DM us on Instagram.
Yes. And that with that being said, we thank you guys. Thank you guys for being the With Heart and Soul fam, for listening and watching as well. You can find us on Instagram with Heart and Soul Podcast, on all your favorite podcast stations. We are on there. If we're not on your favorite podcast station, let us know. Slide in our DMs on Instagram and let us know, hey, we would like you guys to be on this station. So we will do it. No problem. You can also find us on YouTube. Like, subscribe so you don't miss out, so you can see our lovely faces. And as well on SoundCloud, we are there as well, so you can listen to us there. Jacky's business, the amazing business that did her hoodie, and also are doing amazing stuff for me as well. See Where We Land. They are on Etsy, or you can go on Instagram, See Where We Land, and also is it C_where_land. I believe that's what it is. Yes. So you can DM them, so you can place an order that way as well. They do amazing work. And we talked about them in the beginning of the podcast, so you already know about them. So I'm not gonna go too deep into it. Jacky's personal Instagram is Love, Peace, and Kindness. Go and follow her there. She does post her morning workouts and also great fashion stuff, as well as great things to help you heal from emotional abuse. And my coaching business is Colabcoaching, COLAB coaching. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, like and subscribe, and also my website, Your Colab Coach. Sign up for that free 15-minute coaching session if you want to talk about things, and also fill out that relationship checklist so you can see what key things are going on in your life that you need help with. I'm here to help. And with that being said, I think that's it. Thank you guys for listening and watching. We look forward for you guys to listen to this episode as well as the next one that's going to come out next week. And with that being said, have a wonderful week, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.